Alright, what's up? This particular night, I think this was last Friday or Saturday, I snuck in on a GameFAQs fight club here. I didn't have many matches. I think I had around 4. And I think my first opponent here is Soul Centipede Demon. He's actually a pretty good player. Uh, Here I am using the Fury Sword. I've got some pyro going on, and I'm just trying to feel him out right now. I'm using the fireballs to kind of get a feel. And he's got his Zweihander on, so I know that I can't mess up too bad because I do not have 76 poise, and I will take a stun if I get hit. So we're just trying to fill him out here, and I noticed that he rolls a lot when I throw the fireball, so I anticipated that and got off to a good start right here with the fireball, and got pretty good, uh, 2 good hits in there for 400 or 500 damage. And then he hits me with a Wrath of the Gods, which I did not see coming. So there he hits me hard, and I went ahead and prepared the D-pad there to try to get out of that stun lock. And both of us here throw some random spells out. Probably a couple bad decisions on our part. He tries to hit me there with a backup roll poke from the Zweihander. One thing about him, he's not very aggressive in his style. He's actually backing up a lot with his Zweihander, which is kind of surprising, and I'm kind of not used to that. Usually with a Zweihander, people come up to you and they try to spam it or try to really get the advantage on you there by being so overly aggressive. And here he hits me with another Wrath of the Gods, which I did not see coming, and I'm having trouble judging the range. I actually got an attack off on him just before that. I forgot to point it out, where I actually hit him with the Fury Sword, and he missed me with his Zweihander, which shows that, I had a good sense of timing there because his Zweihander is a lot longer than the Fury Sword. And there where he threw that poke out, I think he changed weapons to maybe a Claymore and used the R2 or the RT, and I actually timed it well to where I would hit him with a running attack there at the end of his animation. So that was a pretty good match there. Good game to that guy. I don't know who the next guy is, but yeah, the Fury Sword is probably gonna be my in-game weapon. I actually use a spear in the. I don't know if it's against this next guy or the next guy, but just because I think he had a Black Knight Halberd, and that thing does a lot of damage, has good range. And actually, I've gotten away from the spear because supposedly the so-called community does not like spears, and every time you go into a fight club and you got a spear on, they kind of frown on that. And do I really care? I mean, no, it's just a video game, but at the same time, I want to have some good people to PvP with, and I'm not a big fan of the spear myself. I've just always used it because it's handy to have something against people that, you know, not everybody bows and not everybody fights the same way, and it's kind of handy to have a weapon that's consistent in its use. Whereas this Fury Sword's not consistent. If I fight somebody with a spear myself, or if I fight somebody with a lot of good, I guess, uh, techniques with their magic and or a buff like this, it's kind of hard. If this guy would have used his buff correctly, then he should have won this match no problem because he's got a lot more damage. But this guy is actually backing up too. Uh, See a lot of players here, they're not aggressive enough, and here I actually rolled BS'd him just by accident. I rolled into him. I didn't expect him to use that R2 attack there, but that was actually more of an accident than it was me trying to roll BS him. But yeah, so this guy here is using the Balder side sword, and he's trying to parry, and actually walked into that too. I mean, I didn't really mean to do that, but so anyways, here we're back at it again, and actually used the very tip of the Quelaag's Fury Sword to finish him off there. That's one thing about the Fury Sword, it's a little longer than other curved swords, straight swords, so if you really try to use the tip of the weapon to hit with, you'll have a little bit of a range advantage. Uh, so, in a sense, I mean, you got weaker damage being to its split, but I mean, it looks cool and it matches my character, so. Here's the guy with the halberd, and I knew from the first time he hit me I was in bad shape. And if I had a little bit more poise, let's see what happens here. He hits me there, okay. If you at least hit me, I'd like to exchange at least. And he hits me there, and I'm like, this guy's got some serious range. So, let me pit on something with range. And actually, he swaps to a spear too. And we kind of just go at it with the spears, every man for himself there, in that particular situation. But you'll see it coming up here. We both two-handed, and I poke. He starts poking, and he actually hits me there. and I hit him. So we just kind of exchanged, and whoever's left standing right here will probably be the winner. And but anyways, he doesn't want any more of that, so he backs up and tries to change his tactic. He switches off to the Dragon Slayer bow here, and actually hits me with it, which is very impressive, because putting the spear on hit me at mid-roll. I'm trying to bridge the gap there very slowly, but I actually end up getting that poke right there and winning that match. So, but this time I'm low on pyro, and here we summon Centipede Demon again. What was that guy's name? Oh my God, save me. Okay. Actually, I only had, I think, 4 matches, and then on the 5th match I fell down the waterfall, and by then I had to go anyway. So really a short visit by me here. I black crystalled out, but this was on, I think, Friday night or Saturday night this past weekend. So he brings out his pyro build here. Now watch his pyro techniques. Now the last guy I fought in my last 2 videos had excellent pyro techniques. He was really good. He used the Great Scythe, and first video, you know, he roughed me up, and then I got my Darkwood Grain Ring out and my other build, and you know, I killed him 3 or 4 times, and then he started killing me again. So you know, I fought a guy that has good pyro techniques, and this guy here, he's using pyro, but he's kind of not doing anything with it at this time. Here I try to catch him with a sneaky Fire Tempest, and so far he hadn't really done anything with his pyro. He's flipping around using the Fire Surge. The Fire Surge and the Fire Whip, I mean, you got to really time them right and really be good with them and anticipate people's movements, or really it's just a waste of an attunement slot. Like I said, the last guy I fought did have good abilities in the sense of using those spells. I like the Chaos Fire Whip. That's a pretty good one. Now this guy goes way back and throws a fireball from 100 yards away. Then he casts a black flame from 100 yards away. I was kind of confused on what he was doing right there. I definitely want to get away from that waterfall, so we move back up to the front, and he tries to hit me with a few Fire Surges. And there I actually roll beat S'd him by, I didn't really mean to do that. By the time I turned around, he was still just standing around, so I mean, it's kind of like a punish, I guess. So the match continues here, and I think he's just got a slight bit of health left, so I switched off to the long weapon just because I'm having trouble getting in his range because he's flipping around so much. I mean, he's flipping all over the football field here. So I tried to get a few pokes off and just finish him off, and there he goes back towards the waterfall. This is the last match, I believe, so, but yeah, I hit him there. I think one more will get him. I don't know what he's doing with the dark hand. And I didn't mean to hit him while he was grassing, but he kind of grassed in the middle of the fight, and by that time I didn't realize he was grassing. My grass ran out too. But anyways, that's all I got. See you next time.